It's a very under the sea Comic-Con for
And
me.
you're also a fish on American
Yeah,
Dad. So
yesterday I was
it's-
American Dad, so I was a fish yesterday, and today I'm king of the fishes.
Yeah, so you just love the sea and all this aquatic stuff.
I do, and normally I'm doing a non-human under the sea or wherever. It's I gravitate towards the non-human roles, but not this time. This time I am still I'm a dolphin, and I'm also a cat, not a catfish, but a cat in this. In addition to the main guy Aquaman, which it's a nice treat for me to do.
Yeah, was that you voicing Aquaman yesterday during the Warner Brothers panel for Lego? For the Lego movie?
Yes, for the Lego Aquaman movie. That is me.
Awesome! Congratulations.
Tis
That was a great moment when we saw like a Lego Jason Momoa Aquaman meeting like a more classic Aquaman, and they got along too. They weren't like adversaries.
Yeah, there's a lot of different Aquamans coming at you right now, and and I'm psyched to see them all myself.
I did find it funny when that Aquaman rode the classic Aquaman like a surfboard. That was sort of funny.
I didn't see that.
Okay.
I have to go to YouTube on that.
So if you make the Lego movie Aquaman, it's different than the one that we're about.
Oh
to
goodness,
watch.
yes.
Okay.
My goodness,
and
yes.
then Brave and the Bold. What do you do to keep those three separate in your head?
Well,
or in your voice.
I mean,
acting?
the key to me is that first of all starts with the script, and then and it helps to have seen other projects along these lines that Lego have done, and that sets the tone and the pace of the comedy and the storytelling, which is very distinct from something like the features that are coming down, which are those are epic tentpole storytelling, and this is light and fun and really directed for all ages, but it's got a comedic energy that is a totally different kettle of fish, so to speak.
What do you think is the key or the core of your Aquaman in this project?
To me, the key of this guy is that he's a sweet guy, and he's kind of an innocent. Even though there's kind of a regal pomposity to him that I think other characters will dismiss or might look down upon, that ultimately he is a big-hearted, resourceful, super being that is a good fellow and is not spiteful and is very quick to forgive and is really admirable in a lot of ways. He's not someone that was just handed these powers and just takes it for granted. I think he's admirably a nice guy, and that makes him, I think, interesting. And he's vulnerable too. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite line from the movie?
There's an aside that he makes, and I can't remember what it is. But actually, it's really I really love it when he gets excited about his wife making bubble fish, and he just gets giddy. He gets giddy about things, and that I found particularly funny.
It's endearing.
It is endearing, yes.
In this film, can Aquaman communicate with other animals besides fish and marine life?
Aquaman in this movie they have him communicating with under the sea life.
Okay.
I don't think they bring in him talking to the cat, but to the dolphin definitely, and to other creatures, some very small creatures actually, at the climax of the story.
Because in one animation, I saw him talking to communicating or influencing seagulls, and seagulls are birds. So if he can do birds, I feel like he can do other animals too, and maybe he just doesn't know the limits of his powers.
That sounds right. Why not? Why couldn't? Why would he not be able to communicate with all creatures?
Thank you, Pete.
It's somewhere in the DNA.
And he can control them too. So what do you think he would do if he got his hands on Klaus?
Well, there's a lot of house cleaning that would have to happen if he got his hands on Klaus. Yeah, he'd need to clean up that situation. But that'd be a funny crossover that I'm pretty sure will never happen. But
The lawyers would love it.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a Roger Rabbit scenario where you need to get some big players involved to actually make that happen.
I don't know if you know this, but there was at Comic-Con there was a kids voiceover panel on Thursday with some very talented young voiceover actors. teenagers.
Oh, good.
They're still in their teens, and they had nothing but the greatest things to say about you. So,
Oh, that's sweet.
so what
Oh,
does
that's
it
great.
feel like, that we have a new generation of sort of up and coming voice actors who you've made your mark on?
Oh, well,
been a role model
that's
for
very
them.
nice to hear. I hope so. I mean, I think voice acting is not a barbed wire fence wall that only lets in one person every 10 years. I think no matter what your age is that if you're a good actor and you're right for this kind of work, that you can find work doing this. That's not to say it's that everybody can do it or that it's
Right.
easy to become that. But there's a broader range of people that are getting into voice acting, and a range of ages as well as ethnicities, and I think that's a wonderful thing. It really used to be a very small stable of voice performers that did pretty much all the work, just like a handful. And that has exploded in the past few decades with the explosion of animation itself. There's more animation and more wonderful, creative, mind-blowing projects of all different kinds of tones that are being made now than ever before, and that needs good voice acting. So that's part of why I made my website, I want to be a voiceactor.com, to put out good information for those who want to pursue it, because I never had that when I was a kid. I think Sue Blue had a book that I read once. And other than that, I really didn't know how it worked or what I was doing or how to become an actor or how to do voice acting. I didn't even know it existed until my late 20s.
And it's not Lego Aquaman, but I wanted to congratulate you and the cast of Clone Wars on the announcement.
Thank you. I am thrilled to be flying back in on the dropship with all the clones to give Clone Wars a proper, I guess it's going to be a proper finish. Assuming that that'll be the end of it. I can never assume that because it's like Star Wars, nothing dies.
Rebels gave you guys a good send-off too.
Absolutely. I was
Well,
really...
it's a 3-year war. I was like, how many seasons could they do?
Right. Well,
How
it's
long was MASH?
there you go. It's a vast war
Yeah.
on a lot of planets. So, but there's lots of stories to be told in that, and happily, George Lucas really was able to, I think, make the culmination of his Star Wars in doing Clone Wars. That was then handed off to the Rebels series and the other projects that are now in the pipeline now, and that the fans, the lucky fans, are going to be able to enjoy. When I was a kid, I just had the features every few years, and that was it.
And they won't believe us when we say
And the
that.
Ewoks movies.
What's that?
And the Ewok movies.
Yes. Well, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I watched all of it.
Oh yeah, we're
So,
about to ask a
trying to
question.
ask
I was
a
going to ask a question, but that's going to go you.
You must have like spider sense or
One
something.
quick question for you.
He does.
Aquaman asked.
How much fun is it doing the Lego Aquaman movie and sort of riding this big wave of DC's Jason Momoa Aquaman movie and all the publicity that's going around it, kind of bringing Aquaman right up into the forefront?
It's a blast. I really love it, and I think he's a particularly cool character to bring to life, especially because with his connection to animals, because I love animals. I love doing animals and creatures and monster sounds, and the whole environment of Under the Sea brings in all of these creature possibilities that I think are really super cool. I think it's very exciting. I can't wait to see not only our little project here, but also the feature film coming out and anything else coming down.
Did you get to meet Jason?
No, I didn't. No.
Gary, make that happen. All right.
Gary can make anything happen.
He can. Thanks very much.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you.